But you see, it's walking by faith and not by sight. You see, and it's not only with money. You see, it's not only with money. It's with time. It's with talent. It's with treasure. It's with food. It's with everything. Quo vadis? The little child said to Peter. And he said, I'm going this way. The little child said, I'm going to be crucified in Rome. And he followed the child. Well, we can talk about walking by faith. But how many do it? How many do it? How many do it? I walk by faith and not by sight. Oh yeah, without faith, we can quote all the lovely scriptures. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. Oh yeah. I think most faith in people's lives is intellectual. I believe that Jesus died for me and rose from the dead, and that's as far as it goes. Rather than I lay down my life at the foot of the cross, and I put my head on the chopping block, and if the axe comes down, you know what? I'll bear it by the grace of God, even though I won't like it. Because I can't say I'd like it. But I walk by faith and not by sight. That's what Paul said. And you know, in these times of distress, in these times of economic problems, in these times of Mr. Obama fixing everything with his stimulus package. I don't know if you've looked at that stimulus package. It's got more pork in it than you'd ever want to know. He has a friend that he's going to give to the friend's son in the package $2 billion for public parks. I wonder how much money would go in the friend's pocket. Public parks. Give me a break. Give me a royal break. $2 billion. I hope the Senate tears it apart. It's all a pork bill. We want change! We're going to remake the United States of America into a socialist country where we give out handouts rather than to provide jobs. Very little being provided for jobs, let me tell you. Some of them are part-time jobs, making roads and things like that, but part-time. His stimulus package is mostly pork. You know what pork is? Sta buona si beppa, sta buona tutta la razza. If the government is good, the government is good. Who cares about the people? 2 or 3 of the members that he has appointed have not paid their taxes. And then they tell us to be patriotic and to pay more. Listen! If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for them. The guy who's running the IRS now never paid his taxes and didn't report about a nanny. Change to believe in. Yeah, I'll call you change. It's change, all right. That's what you're going to have in your pocket, change. That's just about it. You'll have change in your pocket, and it'll be, I've got change that dingle, dangle, dingles. You know, change. It's all about change. Remaking the United States. We don't have to remake it. We just have to go back to the Founding Fathers. The plan is already there. And when we took God out of the country, we said, God, we're going to be our own God. We're not going to make you supply for us. And then we legalized abortion, and we said, God, we're in charge of life and death. Now, people at the other end are being killed and starved. We're saying, God, we know when people should die. Let me tell you a story. Friends of mine, remember many years ago that case of the woman that they were going to cut off her life. Remember her name? Terri Schiavo. Yeah, and we were praying that they wouldn't cut off her life. And my friend had a child in the hospital at that time, at a certain hospital at that time, Children's Hospital, as a matter of fact. And there was this nun. I know this nun. And I like her as a person. So my friend said to her, "Isn't it awful, sister, what they're doing with Terri Schiavo?" You know what she said? "It's awful about these demonstrations. She needs to die. What is she living for?" Mamma mia! Mamma mia! If you heard me on WEZE today, we talked about abortion in case of rape and incest. You have to listen to that tonight at 9:45, 590 on the dial. I wonder what you'd say about pro-life with rape and abortion. We have someone witnessing about having an abortion after she was raped and what it did to her. Mamma mia! We walk by faith and not by sight. I wonder how many do walk by faith and not by sight. I'm going to tell you, can I tell you a secret? Not many. That's why they cut off the provision of God. That's why, baby. That's why, my friends, because we want to have 1 foot in the kingdom and 2 feet in the world. And I'm going to tell you, you can't have it both ways. Have it your way. You go to Burger King and get a double Whopper. That's fine. But if you're living for Jesus Christ, you cannot have it your way. You must have it His way. For in hell they're singing in 4-part harmony, "I did it my way, not I did it Yahweh." It's time to walk by faith and not by sight. It's time not to just say, "I love you, Jesus," but "Jesus, I commit myself to you, and I'll do anything you call me to do. I'll go anywhere you want me to go. And even if it's difficult and you ask me to do a difficult thing, just give me the grace." Tonight is Tuesday, and we will have Mass tonight at the Holy Rosary at 7:30, and we will also have Adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and if it doesn't snow too much, we will be at the Espousal Retreat House on Wednesday, and this Sunday, on the 8th of February, we have a miracle service at the Holy Rosary in Winthrop. And so what do I want to close with today? Listen, walking by faith is what it means to be a Christian. By faith, grace through faith. Walk by faith, please God, and you will have the provision of God. Walk by sight, and you have your own resources. And I pity you. God bless you.